For years, both Oregon and Washington have been vote by mail. State Republicans and Democrats promote the idea, saying it works. Fox 12's John Hendricks is live tonight to show us the security level and detail that goes into making sure every ballot counts. John?
Well, Camilla, election officials here in Oregon say that the claim that fraud is rampant in vote by mail simply isn't true. They say systems are in place, from signature verification to unique barcodes are on every ballot. This is what Election Day looks like across the state of Oregon. Millions of ballots pouring in to county elections offices.
It's a full-time job.
Voting in Oregon has looked like this for more than 2 decades. Tim Scott with Multnomah County Elections says there are many steps in place to make sure every vote is counted and every vote is secure. Each ballot has a unique barcode. Signatures are checked against voter registration data. All that has to line up even before the ballot is counted. The state also uses a ballot tracking tool. You can get alerts to when your ballot is received and counted.
We get so much positive feedback from voters when they get that text message or email saying, we counted your ballot. People love that as a transparency measure. It's also a security feature.
The notion that fraud is rampant among vote by mail, he says, simply isn't true.
The rate of fraud in vote by mail is next to zero. In my 12 years here with the county, I've probably encountered 2 or 3 true cases of fraud.
A sentiment Paul Grunk with Reed College's Early Voting Information Center agrees with.
There's really no evidence of any fraud in Oregon, in Washington, in any of the vote-by-mail states.
The center studies and analyzes vote by mail, and Grunk says although Oregon's system could use some updating technology-wise, he says an overwhelming majority of Oregon voters like the system and say it's pretty solid.
You want all of these security protocols in place. You want a post-election auditing system, which we have, so that if there are any questions about the results, we have an audit afterwards to make sure that we have confidence in those results.
Also, part of all of this, the Postal Service, which tracks ballots by barcode and works with the counties to keep an eye on where each one is. The state also checks voter rolls with several systems to make sure each ballot goes where it needs to be. Now, Oregon Secretary of State Bev Clarno sent us a statement today saying that she continues to believe in the safety, security, and integrity of our election system. She went on to write, the May primary broke voter participation records in the midst of a pandemic, saying voter fraud remains exceedingly rare. Now, one thing to make sure that you do before the next election is to go to the Secretary of State's website and check to make sure that your voter information is up to date and accurate. You can find a link in the online version of this story at kptv.com. Reporting from Tualatin, John Hendricks, Fox 12 Oregon.